I'm Stacey Bean. Before Functional Medicine Fast Track, I used to work as an emergency physician. I left emergency medicine because I was frustrated with traditional medicine, and I was feeling like I was missing something, and I voluntarily let go of my medical license and left medicine altogether. I had my own healing journey that I was going through. Really was beginning to miss making a difference, seeing and helping people. And yet, after being out of medicine for a while, and I actually was very curious about functional medicine and had actually looked into doing a functional medicine program, but was told that because I'd let go of my medical license, I couldn't do it. In order to do their program, they wanted me to get my medical license back, and I had no desire to do that. Fast forward several years, that pull and tug was still there. When I saw Functional Medicine Fast Track, that came into my mind first. I was like, oh, but I'd love to do this, but I can't. So I clicked on the ad, ended up talking with one of the enrollment coaches, learning more about it, was really intrigued, would love to have done this, but I kept having that doubt. I am so grateful that they were persistent, that they asked me the questions. I was afraid to jump into this. I was afraid that this wouldn't work for me. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to do it. And yet, I'm so glad that I jumped in. I'm so glad that they continued to reach out. And so I jumped in over a year and a half ago. It is one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And just the clients that I've now been working with, the difference that I've been making, seeing the results that I didn't see in traditional medicine, and being able to see the client's success has filled my heart, has brought me back into my purpose of making a difference. And if there's one regret that I have, it was that I didn't start sooner. Yeah, so as an emergency physician, I never had to go out and find patients. The waiting room was always full. So the whole piece of marketing and putting myself out there and opening my doors with a virtual practice, that was a little overwhelming. It was one of those mindsets of, okay, if you build it, they will come. Started the program with the initial friends and family. Loved that piece of it, saw the difference. When I got my first client, had the doubt and the, oh my gosh, can I do this? With the marketing piece of it, I learned that while my love is really with the clinical piece of it, that's my comfort zone. The marketing, the business pieces of it were definitely out of my comfort zone, but this Functional Medicine Fast Track team, the support that you get, the positivity, the mindset coaching, the business coaching, the marketing coaching, the things that I came in and was not strong in, I've had so much support. I know that I can depend on and lean on them. Now know how to do many of those things myself. When I first came into the program, I initially came in for my own education. I really wanted to, it was my own health, and jumping into the program, learning the in-depth, the specialty lab testing, and so much of the functional medicine mindset and philosophy, and really getting and diving into the root cause. Wanting to learn, and I'm a lifelong learner, so jumping in and doing that was a huge passion. And so initially I was doing this for my own health. And then as I saw friends and family have a huge difference, I started realizing that I could bring this and start helping others. My specific niche is menopause, metabolic health, and I was personally going through that. And when people started asking, Stacey, what are you doing? And I started telling them, I couldn't not say, but I'm not gonna help you. Putting it out there, and actually started believing in that I could have a virtual practice, and not just in my own state, but actually I have clients now all over the country, and and looking forward to having international clients as well. So making a difference, not just in my hometown, because that was another piece of getting my medical license back. When people say, Stace, why don't you just get your medical license back? Actually, I didn't want to get my medical license back because it would limit me from what I can do to help others, not just in my state, but all over the country. So for the person who's considering this and on the fence like I was, my biggest regret is that I didn't do this sooner. And one of the things that I tell myself now and tell others is, it's either one day you're gonna do this, because I told myself that for almost 10 years. One day you're gonna do this, or make this day one.